the Bahamas to become more resilient, especially in the face of natural disasters, is a critical goal moving forward. The University of the Bahamas has stepped up to do its part, and it's mounting on a special forum this week. Here's Crystal Darling.
Thanks, LaDawn. This morning we're joined with UB North Vice President Dr. Ian Strawn. Good morning.
Good to be here.
Okay, so you have an upcoming conference on Hurricane Durian recovery and resilience in fighting hurricanes in the future. You have that coming up this week. Could you tell us more about that?
Yes, this is our second Sustainable Grand Bahama Conference. The theme is Hurricane Durian, reimagining, rebuilding, and we are really excited. We have over 50 speakers from around the world, the region, the country, North America and Europe, presenting on every aspect you can think of the storm, not just the how do we rebuild and how to become more resilient, but the science of the storm and how do we prepare, looking at it from an educational standpoint, regulation, you have scientists, policymakers. It's going to be really great.
Okay, and so you said that you have a number of people coming in from around the world to talk about this and to, engage with Bahamians about this problem that we see firsthand here in the Bahamas. So could you tell us about, the importance of the community being aware of these issues like climate change and the resilience to it?
Well, absolutely. I mean, nobody expected a storm of this magnitude, and no one expected this level of loss of life or property, right, to hit the Bahamas. It happens to other places, but it happened to us. And so it really is a call for us to revisit, rethink how we approach these things. A lot of people thought they were prepared. But clearly it says something about our level of preparation, and that we need to step that up significantly. Every citizen has got to step it up. And then too, from the standpoint of policymakers, we have to think, how do we protect our people? How do we build stronger? Some tough decisions have to be made about how you build, where you build. We have to really be honest and look at our protocols, look at our institutions. For instance, a number of shelters were compromised during the storm. We have to look at a lot of the aspects, and I think the more honest we can be and the more objective we can be, then the better we'll respond and the better we'll be prepared next time.
I completely agree with that. And talking about the University of the Bahamas and hosting these types of events, the University of the Bahamas was quite, the northern campus, it was quite impacted severely, during the storm. So could you give us an update on what efforts has been like, students trying to get back into classes and everything?
Sure, we've had a good deal of success. The campus was devastated, gutted the first floor, the dorms severely compromised, right? So we were out for a month, but we were able to come back. We partnered with the Anglican Diocese. We're offering classes out of Bishop Michael Ellen School. We moved our offices downtown to the Teachers Credit Union. So we've been able to pick back up, have a semester. We've been able to graduate students. And in fact, we're up to about 80% enrollment of what we had right before Durian on September 1st and 2nd. So we're very proud of the work we've had to do. We've been a lot of sacrifices. People are sharing offices. It's tight. But we're getting it done, and we're really pleased. And most of all, we're looking to the future, to the opportunity to rebuild, to reflect, reimagine, and rebuild, which is the theme of the conference as well. A new campus and the impact that could have, the positive impact that could have on the economy of Freeport. And we believe that despite the tragedy, there's this opportunity to do things better. And so that's what we're focusing on.
And as the head of UB North, I know you have a lot of weight on your shoulders and a lot of students and people there looking up to you. Could you talk to us about the importance of making sure that the students stay encouraged and motivated to continue after so much devastation?
Yeah, well, not just the students, but even the staff, because, for a time we weren't sure everybody was okay. Thank God no students and no staff perished, but some were in life-threatening situations. And so the psychological toll of this for everyone is something that we can't just gloss over. And so we've had sessions with students and staff. We're going to continue to do that. But I think that being able to go on with your life, and pursue your education despite the challenges you may have at home, I think it's actually good for them, for the students. And I think that they appreciate the efforts we're making. And I think if we continue with this momentum and we can show them that a new campus is on the way, I think that even some who may have moved to Nassau because things were a little shaky will come back as well. So I feel generally that people are optimistic. You know, the university was able to waive fees for students last semester because people had suffered. They'd lost, a lot of people had lost everything. So the university is trying to be understanding and be supportive, and be invested in Grand Bahama coming back. And so I'm optimistic. It is stressful, it is hard, but I'm really inspired by the generosity of people, the determination of Grand Bahamas to keep going on, and by all the international bodies that have come and joined hands with us to provide water and food and all sorts of medical care, etc.
Okay, and that's great news coming out of the north. Now, we have to wrap up right now, but before we go, could you let people know how they can get, information or
yes.
a way to, contact you?
So the Hurricane Durian conference is happening March 5th, 6th, and 7th. That's this week, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at Pelican Bay. And you can go on to sustainablegb.org in order to pre-register. It's $125, but like I said, it's 3 days of panels and some concurrent panels over 2 days. We have the head of the National Hurricane Center. We have so many experts from the Bahamas and abroad coming to speak about the hurricane and about the way forward. I think it's going to be momentous. Okay. And those who can't make it, we're going to record it.
Okay. Thank you so much, Dr. Strawn, for being with us this morning.
Thanks,
and we'll be back after this break.